What's up, guys? Z-Farl's back here with some Madden Ultimate Team. This is the best budget players. I've tried to increase my mic volume on the channel. Appreciate all the comments and subscribers. First things first, you got to get a good quarterback. Teddy Bridgewater is the guy I would go with, or Ryan Tannehill, depending on who you get. Marcus Mariota, if you like a mobile quarterback and are not going to throw deep, he's got great short, great medium, great speed. At the third position, what I would do is look for either Terrell Pryor or Joe Webb as a mobile backup. Michael Vick, you might think, oh, got to get Vick. I would go Geno Smith over Michael Vick. Geno has 85 speed somehow, and he is actually pretty darn good. Matt Ryan, if I really wanted a great deep accuracy quarterback, those are my golds. But LaShawn McCoy, so obviously you're going to see some golds in here that are higher rated. You might think, Farles, those aren't budget guys, but I would say for halfbacks, Lamar Miller has been very, very good so far. I used him in draft champs. Jerick McKinnon, he was about 7,500, but McKinnon, man, I'm going to argue he's probably the best back for your coins. Denard Robinson's going to be cheaper. He was like 2,500. He's kind of a little bit cheaper. The carry is the big difference between McKinnon and Robinson. For power backs, Chris Ivory at the end of games or at fullback has great truck, but Latavius Murray is the main guy I would want. So Murray doesn't have agility, so that's kind of his one downfall, but his speed, strength, truck combo is pretty darn good. So Murray or Ivory for power backs with carry. At receiver, you want to get one good one, and you might think Farles Deshaun Jackson is not a budget guy, but that's why I'm going to show you Eddie Royal right here. Eddie Royal's kind of like who I started with, and then I liked his style, so I wanted to upgrade to Deshaun Jackson from Eddie Royal. You'll see that they're pretty similar, but Royal's just a little bit less. So look for him for the slot, good route running. At receiver, you want to find a guy, right? Michael Floyd, Kelvin Benjamin, those guys are going to be a little pricey, so I want to recommend some other like big number one receivers that can make plays. Charles Johnson, if you're just starting out, Charles Johnson is really, really good in the game. So make sure to consider him if you're just starting out as kind of your budget receiver. Kevin White, he's going to be a little pricey, but he's got 94 speed. If I'm looking for a pure burner and I can't afford Brashad Perryman with 97 speed from the Ravens, I'm going to go with Kevin White. Jordan Matthews is a guy that we saved up some coins to pick up. You can see he favors pretty well. Once again, a guy like Andre Johnson, just not going to be worth the coin. Roddy White, not worth the coin. Avoid the veterans, guys. Look for the second year, third year players who are going to save you some coins, like Martavis Bryant from the Steelers. He's really, really good as well if you need a big number one. So those are the guys that I go to at the receiver position. Andre Caldwell Cody Latimer's pretty good, 90 speed, but you'll see he has really poor route running, so that's the reason I don't love him. But overall, you just saw some good budget guys. The guy from the Vikings, you've got Martavis Bryant, Jordan Matthews. Look to get them. On the offensive line, we've gone over. You want to pick up Cordy Glenn and Donald Penn. Those are your tackles. I put Donald Penn. The game put Donald Penn at right tackle for me. He only drops 2 points or so. He's actually, once again, really good in the game this year. Gabe Jackson at left guard is the guy that I would go with, depending on what you have, what you need. At center, I know Alex Mack is a gold. I think he's a little higher rated, but he's really good as well. Eric Wood, I would play. Pun there. I'd play Eric Wood over Kelsey, over Raiola, over Wisniewski, over Stork because of kind of just the general strength, run block, pass block combination. For offensive linemen, the best way to get value is to figure out if you want to be a pass-heavy team or a run-heavy team. There's really not many golds that have great strength and then high pass block, high run block. They have one or the other generally. So you'll see guys with like Larry Warford, he's got 95 pass block, but only 83 run block, which isn't bad. He's pretty strong. You'll see that. So you want to kind of figure out the best way to go. I would play Warford, though, at right guard. From there, you need to say, all right, I'm a pass-heavy team, so I'm going to sacrifice a little bit of run blocking early to get that. You can just get 2 offensive linemen for each position and then sub them into the game using RB if you're going to run the ball. So if you have a running set you like, get guys with high run block. At tight end, Jordan Reed is kind of the best overall of the bunch. like he's got the best route running. Luke Wilson is very fast. He's a guy that I like a lot, but he doesn't have the best route running or catching traffic. Brandon Myers is kind of just my catching traffic guy. Joe Fourier is kind of my tall spec catch guy. I've bought all these guys individually. Tight ends, you need to have like Swiss Army knives. David Osbury is very fast, but doesn't have great catching traffic. So for tight end position, consider your needs. There's a guy, Lee Smith, on the Raiders with tremendous run blocking if you're looking for a run blocker. So that is how I like to do it, guys. Hope this budget video helped you. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more.